So here is some sheep AI that I'm working on. I'm not a modeler, so I'm just using the basic character, but just trying to get the behavior down. And so they kind of have a wander around and graze. And so that's what they're doing right now. Most of them would be playing a grazing animation. Then there's the wandering. As you can see, when I get closer, they kind of get skittish and start moving away from me. And it works out pretty well. Until they start clumping up. And then once they clump up, they often have trouble spacing themselves out, and they're running traces to their destination, and if they don't make that trace, I don't want them to go there. And so like here, a clump has just gotten stuck around each other, and I mean, it doesn't look absolutely horrible. It could look much better though. And then if I get out of the range, they will go back to wandering. I'm just trying to get it so that they will pathfind around themselves, and they don't really do that very much. And here's a look at the behavior tree that I'm running right now. It's pretty simple. I do a range check if they're really far away to 1200 units away. They cycle back and forth between wandering and grazing, and I have a random chance on wandering, so they tend to graze a lot more, and then every once in a while, 10% chance they will go into the wander state and actually roam off somewhere else. If I get closer to them, within 1199 units, there's like a little ring that I can get within, they will try to move to the closest sheep that's in the scene. They'll get all of the sheep in there and then try to move to that sheep that's furthest away. It's actually, they're trying to move to the furthest one away from me. I need to rename that. And then if the player gets within 799 units, they go into the flea, and the flea is kind of the bulk of where a lot of this stuff's going on. So I basically zero out. I set their flea speed. I zero out their movement. I query all of the sheep, and then I get the farthest one away. And what get farthest does is it basically just grabs the array and cycles through it and sees which sheep is farthest away from the player. And then if the actor, if this instance of this flea script, this actor who's running the flea script is the farthest one away, then we will go into it's determining a good move point away from the player, and it will move to there. Otherwise, it will find a random point around the farthest actor, and will run to kind of a random point around the center of that actor in a radius of 25. And then it finishes the execution.